What if there were one camera, a single setup that can carry your entire creator journey? From cinematic b-rolls to vlogging shots to crisp talking head. What if you don't have to choose between quality, portability, price, and power? I'm gonna show you what I believe to be the perfect budget-friendly solo creator camera setup. Whether you're just getting started or you're trying to simplify your workflow, this is the perfect camera you are looking for. Hi, my name is Judo. I am a graduated engineering student who tried to pursue business and YouTube. I've been building content libraries from scratch, one video at a time. As a solo creator, I want a camera that can do three things. 1. Look cinematic right out of the box. 2. Be light enough to carry everywhere I go. And 3. Not completely destroy my savings. And that camera for me is the Fujifilm XM-5. It's small, it's lightweight, and it's shoots in 6.2K open gate. This thing made my content look way more expensive than it actually does. But here's the catch. This camera does not have in-body image stabilization, which stabilizes the picture from the sensor itself. That means if you're handholding the camera and if you're not too careful with it, the image will look jittery and get shaky fast. And as a solo creator, I don't always have time or a second pair of hands to help me set up a tripod or a gimbal. I almost regret getting this camera because of that. So here's how I fix it. Instead of relying on IBIS, I started using lens with stabilization built in. However, my most used lens is the Fujinon 23mm f1.4. It crisp, cinematic, and the background blur is so smooth. The low light capability of it is also off the charts. But the downside of it is that it do not have its own stabilization. So this lens is best used on a tripod. For static handheld, I use it majorly for talking head videos where I can put it on a tripod so that I don't have to worry about it shaking. But this is the lens that I brought to Sweden with me. And if you can notice from the vlog, which if you haven't seen it, you can go look right this corner. Some videos are very jittery and there are some like harsh movements, and that I already stabilized them in DaVinci Resolve. But some videos that I did not stabilize this in post, you can see it very clearly that my hands are shaking, the cameras are shaking, everything are shaking. But what if I want to handheld without having to worry about it be too overly shaky? I just added 2 more tools to my arsenal, both stabilized. The Tamron 17-70 f2.8 with a vibration compensation. I get this in particularly for its zooming capabilities. It's from 17mm up to 70mm, and since this is the APS-C lens, when it compared to the full frame equivalent, is way more punched in, which I can zoom further, and it also has the f2.8 constantly, which means it will give a very nice background blur, but not too much, not compared to my f1.4 lens right here. But from my personal opinion, I think f2.8 looks nice enough already, and it looks pretty great outside. And the another lens is the Tamron 11-20, also f2.8. And this one specifically have a stabilization for Fujifilm mount. This is my new go-to for handheld vlogging. It is a really wide lens. It captures a lot of your surroundings. I would love to use it for a talking head video. I want to capture more of my background. I would change the lens, which I will show you guys real quick. Now you can see this is an 11mm focal length, and as you can see, it captures a lot more of my surroundings. You can see my mouse, you can see a bit of my tablet, you can see a lot more of my plants and see the entire shelf and this IKEA Alex drawer right here. It is a nice perspective to have, but in this talking head videos, I want kind of like more punched in and give a little bit more of a background blur. But yeah, let's change back. Okay, we're back. If I have to choose one lens from all the lenses that I have, I will choose the Tamron 11 to 20mm f1.8 right here because it's not too big and it's very versatile. You can capture a lot of subject with these ones and also be a very nice vlogging lens. And when I go out to vlog, I mostly handheld my camera anyway because carrying a tripod is nice, and in my Sweden trip I carry one tripod, which is this Ulanzi one. I will put a name below, and this is a very light and versatile tripod because it can both be used for your phone and your camera at the same time. And the problem that I face is with this tripod particularly is that it's way too light. It will be better if you use it with your phone. In the initial setup that you put your camera on the tripod, it could get wobbly, but after that it will stand still, it won't budge. It is quite strong and quite light. If I want to have one tripod to bring along everywhere, it will have to be this tripod, the Ulanzi 3338 one click tripod. I really love this tripod because in just one click the legs will pop out and you can just place it and you can have this beautiful talking head shot. I use this tripod for this shot and it is so convenient. And also it is very small, and they also have a grip for your vlogs, and you can handheld it far enough from your face that it is not too close. If I film myself in a room, sometimes this tripod also have a hook at one of the legs so that I can hang it in weird positions to get a very interesting shot. Hook it on top of the doors to get a top-down shot, or I can hang it on my shelf to spice up my b-rolls a bit better to make the content in my room not as boring. But if my tripod legs cannot handle all of that, I also have this small rig super clamp. It is very small, not that heavy. I can bring it everywhere, and I can also clamp it to weird places. I can clamp it on top of doors to make it more secure and more safe, and clamp it onto my car and have a unique perspective when driving. This too is very versatile. Next up is the audio. Audio is half the experience, and back in my old videos, sometimes the audio isn't that great. Sometimes it's overly loud, sometimes it's too quiet, sometimes there are external noise, and I used to use this mic and it is great for its time, but there's some external noise. But now I want to upgrade to something better, so I picked up a Rode Video Micro 2, and shotgun mic is a very good microphone for vlogging because you can just record straight from your camera. And this one, it has a very good wind and popping noise reduction, and the quality is very good. One of the best mic I ever used for this price, and it's looks good, looks professional. And also the other mic I've used for when I want to do talking head and I'm not like particularly close, I can reach my arm to reach the camera. But if I were to use a shotgun mic, the sound would be too echoey and it would be too far, so I get this one, DJI Mic Mini. This one I can hook onto my shirt. I can attach to different things, or I can simply hold it, and if I were to move further away from the camera, you can still hear me the exact same like I was sitting in front of the camera still, and I can just walk everywhere and you can still hear me, and that is very nice. If I want to film something, have a very creative shot that don't particularly be in front of camera or holding the camera, this mic is perfect. And plus it is very small. Look at it, it's very small and it captures the audio very nicely. This one is actually a game changer for a one-man crew. Now onto the bag. I already reviewed this bag. I made a video entirely for it. Yeah, it is the Knit Radiant Mega Sling Bag. It can hold a lot of stuff. I can put the entire camera cube. I can put all 3 lenses into the camera cube into that bag, and I can put my mic, my power bank, my battery chargers, my laptop, all my cables and all other essentials all in that bag. And I can also hook a tripod at the bottom of it. So that's the entire content creating kit in one bag, and it's not too overly huge also. This bag is so awesome, I love it. I edit on my MacBook Air M2, and the software I use is DaVinci Resolve. It is not perfect. Since this camera recorded in 6.2K. The resolution is high, and sometimes I color grade a lot in my videos. I use a lot of effects, background. It is very heavy for editing a video of that caliber on a everyday laptop that people use for video calls, emailing, and light work, watching YouTube videos. This laptop cannot handle that much, but I can make it work up until now, and every content in my channel is edited using this laptop, DaVinci Resolve free version. For this setup, for 90% of what I do, it works because I shoot intentionally, I plan it out, and I don't overthink anything. My workflow is simple and polished, step by step. This setup helps me publish a video every single week. If you're just starting out, I think this camera and the Tamron 11 to 20mm f2.8 is a perfect choice. This setup won't make you famous overnight. Trust me, I've been using this setup for a while. I'm still at the same place trying to do with what I do best, but it will get you out of your way and make you create videos more consistently and easily. The Fujifilm XM-5 with the right lens, right audio, right tools, and right mindset gave me every single thing that helps me making things that actually matters to me. And also, I am currently building something for creators like you and me, a simple guide to start your own creator journey with zero experience, zero gear, with nothing, from scratch. If that sounds like something you are interested in, you can leave a comment down below and subscribe so you can see what's coming next. And if you have questions about any gear, any tools I put in this video, you can ask me down below, every single one of them. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me, and see you guys next time.